Hey folks, Mike and McGee. In my possession, I have got a bunch of bacon. This is not Mangalitsa bacon, believe it or not. This is American Guinea hog. I helped butcher this big old boar, and the whole thing was, we're gonna just see if he's edible. We put some meat on the stove and fried it up. It was delicious. Didn't have boar taint at all. So we decided to go ahead and make bacon with it. This does not belong to me, but they said I can eat some. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna wash this off. It's still covered in salt. We're gonna wash it off, hang it in the smokehouse, smoke the time out of it, and we're gonna try it beside some Mangalitsa bacon that I've already got hanging out there, and we're gonna see if there's a difference. American Guinea hog versus Mangalitsa. Let's do it. All right, it's been smoking there for about 3 days, and we've got cold weather. I love doing bacon when it's cold weather. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull out a Mangalitsa bacon, and I'm gonna pull out an American Guinea hog bacon, and let's see what we got here. Here's a small chunk of American Guinea hog. It's got basically 2 strips of meat. This strip is kind of thick, but the fat is thick. So American Guinea hog, let's face it, it's a good fat pig, just like Mangalitsa. Let's go in for Mangalitsa. This is about the same cut of a Mangalitsa. Nice fatty. 2 strips of meat, very thin strips of meat, very thick strips of fat. If you don't like fat, you're not gonna like the Mangalitsa. You're not gonna like the American Guinea hog. You're not even gonna like the Cooney because they're all fatty pigs. But let's face it, if you're gonna eat bacon and claim that you don't really like fat, that don't sound right. That's like eating pork rinds and saying you don't like pig skin. So I'm gonna get in here and I'm gonna cut this up. I'm gonna keep my piles separate. I'm gonna keep the Mangalitsa on the left, the American Guinea hog on my right, and we're gonna do it. So here's your guinea hog, here's your Mangalitsa. One thing you see right off the bat, more meat in the guinea hog. That could have something to do with the actual cut, where it came from the pig belly, but I literally believe that a guinea hog has more meat in the bacon. So if that's something that's important to you, you might want to go that route. Something else that I discovered was this knife didn't like cutting this as much as it did this. This here was a little harder to cut, and when we eat it, we might find this to be a little tougher. I'm not sure. This here slices like butter because, let's face it, it is butter. This is the first to come out of the skillet. We've still got 2 full skillets frying in there, but that's what you call insurance, because these boys might eat this all up. I don't know. You might notice we've got a visitor with us. He's been on the channel before. Meet Nathan Wheeler. We're going to call it Whistling Wheeler because that's the name of his channel. I'm going to have the link to his channel in the descriptions and possibly in the comments of this video for those of you that don't know how to find your way to the descriptions. I'd like for you to follow this fella. He just started making videos and I'm already impressed with his editing capabilities. And some of you are going to like his content better than mine, let's face it. Because this right here is not everybody's cup of tea. Not everybody likes chewing the fat. And here we have American Guinea Hog versus Mangalitsa. Let's do the American Guinea Hog first. I will start with the eldest. He probably already knows what it tastes like, to be honest with you folks. He's been out here taking my bacon all the time. This is a Frank-free zone, but he comes out here all the time. American Guinea Hog. This is the first American Guinea Hog bacon to be eaten on this premises. And they've got it. Here we go. Now, I'll tell you something after you eat it that you won't believe. That is exceptional lamb. It's a little more meaty. Still fatty, a little more meaty. Here's what you're not going to believe. This was an old boar. Not a cute little sow. Not a barrow that had his mountain oysters cut out. This was a boar. Hard to believe. Mangalitsa, this was a barrow. Mangalitsa barrow, so he did have his mountain oysters cut.
What do you say, Joe? Both of them taste pretty good to me.
Yeah. More tender, which I knew that when I cut it. The knife just flew through this like butter. It had a little trouble cutting that. But the American Guinea Hog, being a boar, he had a very thick armor plate. Some of this came from under that armor plate. That's probably why it was hard to cut.
Yeah.
It's still, you know, it's good to eat.
Yeah.
Mangalitsa, more tender, more fatty. American Guinea Hog, not quite as tender, more meaty. You're just going to have to take your pick which one you want. I'll tell you what we'll do. On the behalf of Frank and the tar and feathers.
Right.
Take one. No, he's trying to get him on again. He does that every time. Every time. Let's do another round with the American Guinea Hog
Oh, there you go.
He tries to take it every time. Now this piece is pure fat with one strip of meat on the outside.
They're both really good.
They are. Yeah.
They were both cured with salt, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of black pepper.
The fat is a little bit different on this. It's like
That's different. It's probably because it was a boar and he had that armor plate. Their fat on that shoulder turns into a gristle cartilage that a bullet won't hardly penetrate.
That's like a window there.
Yeah.
He says it's a winner, but he's eating it slow,
Throwed it out.
throwing it out.
Knock a piece out.
You want another piece of manga? No. The people just had a heart attack. They're not even going to see the rest of this video. I'm sorry, folks. That's not my fault. Anybody else want manga? Oh!
Oh!
What a catch! The cat-like reflexes come through again. When it comes to bacon, you got to move.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. My false teeth ain't gonna move.
False teeth ain't gonna move. Well, son, what's your real verdict?
Perfect.
Perfect? You're not gonna say one or the other. Both are good.
Both is good. Make them
Yeah.
We smoked. We smoked them with a mixture of pecan and oak because I ran out of pecan. So I started with pecan, went to oak.
Here comes Clyde to check out.
He's out of it. I thought he was here. Oh, son, come here. Was you asleep?
Nope.
This guy just got out of bed. Oh, he was doing chores.
Got out of bed a little late.
Oh, he was doing chores. Now that's American Guinea Hog. I guess with our additional support group here, I didn't realize we were missing. David's going to help him out. He's going to take an opportunity here. Here, Frank.
Yeah, I'll take another now.
I knew it.
I
I knew
need
it.
my chippy.
He was having problems with his grinders. He said, no truer words have come through falser teeth.
Uh-oh.
And that's
Frank.
Mangalitsa.
I can help it.
See which one you like the best, Matt? You want another one, Caleb? I'm going to set it here. If anybody wants any more, now it's time to get it. It's okay. You don't have to eat it off the ground.
A lot more tender.
Yep. Mangalitsa a lot more tender. This here was a boar. We think that may be why it's less tender. American Guinea Hog. I don't think American Guinea Hogs quite get as big as Mangalitsas, but if you're raising them, I wouldn't get rid of them and start Mangalitsas just because of that. They seem to be a docile, very gentle hog, at least the ones that my friends raised. And Mangalitsa's are also docile and fairly gentle, as well as the Cooney. We've done Cooney this year, and now Guinea Hog versus our Mangalitsas. And to be honest with you, pork is pork, bacon is bacon, and it's all good. That's basically the conclusion we come to. And Frank says he can support that 100%. He said, I don't care what kind you hang in there, just don't lock it with a lock. Oh, so that's all we got for you, folks. American Guinea Hog versus the Mangalitsa. So, on behalf of Frank the Baconator, the Smokehouse Palace, which is now a Frank-free zone, Nathan Wheeler, otherwise known as Whistling Wheeler, and the McGie team. We hope you have a great day. We'll see you on the next video.